Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I trust you've been keeping well. My name is Mimi Komi. If this is your first time here on this channel, I especially welcome you. Kindly go back to watch the previous video where I shared a bit about myself and what to expect from this channel. Today, I'll be sharing an interesting topic. A topic I hope leaves you in a reflective mood and helps you make the necessary adjustments. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to Mimi's Musings, a place where inspiration flourishes and positivity blossoms.
Okay, I'll title today's topic, A Common Mistake Gifted People and Their Admirers Make. I'll take that again. A common mistake gifted people and their admirers make. You might think this does not affect you because you think you are not a gifted person, but that's not necessarily true because every human on earth is blessed with a gift or what you can call a talent, if that makes it relatable. Every human being on earth is blessed with at least one talent. Yes, there are people who are multi-talented, but every human on earth has at least one gift. But there are three categories of people on earth. The first category are those who discover their gifts, get to use them, and for which others recognize them for it. The second category are those who discover their gifts, never get to use them, and so they never get to be recognized for them or for it. The last category are the people who never get to discover their gifts, so they never get to use them, and no one gets to recognize them for it. And that's why I said that the graveyard is the richest place, because that's where many potentials, gifts, talents are buried. That's because many people never get to use their gifts while they're on earth. Don't let that be you. It's important to discover what gift or gifts that God has blessed you with, God has put on your inside, and not just discover them, make use of them. Make use of them to the point that at least some people recognize you for that gift or those gifts. It might not be everybody, but there will be a fraction of people on this earth who will recognize you for that gift. So make sure you discover that gift and use them. God blessed you with those gifts so that you can be a blessing in return to humanity. But today, I'll be talking about the first category. That is those who discover their gifts, get to use them, and for which people recognize them. And so they get to have admirers. So I'll be talking about the admirers too. And what this means is that this topic is for everyone because it cuts across. Whether you're a gifted person or you are an admirer, that means you are yet to discover your gift or you are yet to start using your gift. Even gifted people have admirers too. They have people they admire outside of their own gifts or outside of their own selves. So what's that common mistake that gifted people and their admirers make? Is the mistake of assumption. Yes, they make the mistake of assuming, although they make it in different ways and it affects them differently. So I'm going to share the assumptions that gifted people and their admirers make. Assumption number one is that a set of skills in an area of gifting translates to other area of their lives. So a gifted person who is a talented musician or actress, assume that because they are a talented musician or talented actress, talented footballer, then it means that they will be a good spouse, a good friend, a good parent. They'll be emotionally intelligent, they'll have good social skills, and the likes. How do I know they make this assumption? It's how I have experienced a few or a good number of talented people react. I've also heard too a good number of talented people how they react when they are called out on the areas outside of their gifting where obviously they show weaknesses or they show their frailties. They are surprised when they are called out. They can't believe that they, who is a talented musician, talented footballer, talented singer, talented instrumentalist, is not a good spouse, is a bad friend, is not accountable, lacks integrity, has bad social skills. They just cannot believe it. And some of them result in manipulating, gaslighting, and even bullying. So they make statements like, it's not your fault. It's because I gave you access. It's because I brought you close. That's when they hear these complaints from the people close to them, family and friends, colleagues, maybe employees, generally well-meaning people. One thing gifted people need to understand is that the area where you are gifted will always come easily to you. And that's why most times when people get to shower accolades on you because of your gifts, you don't make a big deal of it because it comes easy to you. So you are surprised when people show excitement from that movie of yours that they watch. That's because it comes easily to you. But that does not mean that it will happen like that in other areas outside of your gifting. And unless you are intentional about those other areas, you will perform poorly in those areas. So it means that unless you are intentional about knowing how women are wired, knowing how men are wired, knowing your spouse's love language or languages, and getting to study your spouse to know their peculiarities, or unless you get to understand how toddlers behave, how young adults behave, how teenagers behave, you will be a bad spouse or a bad parent. So it is not automatic. So when well-meaning people call you out on these areas of your frailties or the areas where you show weaknesses that's outside of your gifting, do not see it as an attack on you or on your person. Because unless you are intentional about these other areas and develop skills in these other areas, which of course will make you have a balanced life, it's not automatic. So it doesn't mean that you automatically have good social skills. It doesn't mean you automatically be accountable or you automatically be emotionally intelligent unless you are intentional. And it takes only a self-aware person, that's a self-aware gifted person, to understand this, that because they are gifted in an area does not mean that it covers up for other areas of their life. And this also goes for the admirers. They also make the same mistake of assuming that because this person they admire is a talented actress, then they will make a good boss or a good spouse or a good parent. They will be emotionally intelligent. They will have integrity. They will be accountable. They will have good social skills. So They get to meet them and they find out that this person they have admired all the while from afar has a bad temperament, lacks emotional intelligence, lacks tact, doesn't know how to talk, and they're confused and also disappointed. So, dear admirer, you need to understand that that person you admire is gifted in that area and is so good in that area does not mean they'll be good in other areas. Let's bring it down to Christendom. I've heard this happen a good number of times where a pastor proposes marriage to a lady who admires him. Probably she's a member or somebody outside of his church, but she does admire him. And this lady cannot believe her luck. She's super excited to have this pastor propose to her. She assumes that because he's a good preacher, when he preaches, people fall under the anointing, then he will make a good spouse. She also believes that she's going to have heaven on earth and it's going to be bliss all the way. So she's excited about accepting his proposal, only for her to get married to him and discover that he's dirty. He lacks accountability. He's not emotionally intelligent. He's mean. He's inconsiderate. He's not kind. He doesn't know anything about women. He's not interested in learning about her love language. And she's confused because she cannot reconcile the man she sees on the altar, on the pulpit preaching, and the one she sees at home. Like I said, it takes only a self-aware person to understand that it does not translate. It does not, though. So there you have it. It does not translate. I'll stop here for now. I hope that you've learned something today and that it gets you in reflective mood and it helps you make the necessary adjustments. I'll continue with the part 2 in the next video, where I'll share the second assumption that gifted people and those who admire them make. Please remember to follow me on all the various social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter. Also, remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.